Welcome. Thank you for joining us here today. My guest is John Beliveau of Sinomax USA. Sinomax USA continues to be a pioneer in the world of sleep, delivering healthier, safer sleep to consumers across the world. Although the COVID-19 pandemic has changed almost every aspect of the way we live, Sinomax has risen to the challenge to address health concerns, both sleeping and shopping. Forging ahead with cutting-edge creative solutions, Sinomax has partnered with industry innovators to develop powerfully antimicrobial sleep products and the very first patent-pending antimicrobial packaging. Let's find out a little bit more about that. John, copper is broadly recognized for its natural ability to destroy bacteria. What type of protections are available through your product offerings?
Hi, Bill. Nice to meet you, and I'm sorry to hear that Jennifer had a family emergency. All well wishes to her. So the exciting part about what we're doing right now is that we've partnered up with Microban and one of our box suppliers, Bennett Packaging out of Kansas City. And we came up with an innovative way to be able to apply the Microban technology into the packaging, so it makes, whether it's a retail packaged product or a master carton that would go over a product being shipped to e-com, the consumer can now be, well, there will be short time, probably about 6 weeks from now, they'll be at least have the peace of mind that what they're receiving, bacteria can't survive on it. And along those lines, we've further developed with a company called Cupron. Back in April, I mentioned to Jennifer when we did the Zoomcast in our factory here in Nashville that we partnered with them exclusively to develop it in foam. And some of the things that we're getting now, it's really remarkable properties. Not only is it going to lead to having an antibacterial claim, it is now moving and will be moving towards an antiviral claim. So we think those two technologies, we have a patent pending now on both of those concepts, and having it in the foam and being able to have an antiviral claim that's permanent, natural, using Cupron technology is really a innovative program for us going forward.
It's a very significant development in the industry.
Yeah, thanks. We're excited about it. We've previewed a little bit of this with some of our retail partners, and their question wasn't, when, it's how fast can you move now? And it's good. All our partners are moving fast, and Microban's been really a wonderful company to work with. And Cupron, we went and I'm going to just plug Cupron for a second, but Cupron came out with a face mask, which we gave to all our employees. We gave 3 of them to each employee, and we've got roughly about 400 employees here in the U.S. And we sent them to also our offices in Hong Kong and China. But these masks are really unique because it's got the Cupron fabric in it. And what it does is it's the only face mask that's allowed to be rewashed and used because of the Cupron technology in it. It's antimicrobial. And as I told you before, it's going to end up being, in the near future, antiviral.
So by implementing these technologies from Cupron and Microban, does it impact the way the comfort features perform on these products? And I would think that would be particularly important for a mask.
Yeah, actually, these masks are fairly comfortable. I know some people have, come up with some designer. These aren't really, decorative or fashion statement, but they work. And I travel every week by airplane. I commute between Charlotte and Nashville every week. I feel very comfortable with them. I think there's no comfort given away. We actually developed with Cupron a pillow protector, which is branded under Homedics, one of our national brands. And this pillow protector obviously has the Cupron fabric in it. And again, you can rest assured when you're going to sleep at night, able to have a memory foam pillow or a mattress or a topper infused with that technology, and having the Cupron, which is copper technology, which is proven, 33 patents around it. registered by the EPA as an insecticide because it can kill all the bacteria that's associated with germs that cause odors. It effectively eliminates it, and it's a safer way to sleep and a better way to sleep, and it's comfortable. It's very comfortable, and there's a development for sheets down the road and pillowcases as well.
Interesting, lots of applications. I know that most of the products that you produce come with washable protective covers. Does washing have any impact on the long-term benefits of Microban or Cupron technology?
So that's a great question. So that's really a very good point. So the difference between Microban, which we also put in foam, we do it for some of our major retail partners. And that will never wash out because you're not going to wash the foam, right? But there could be a limited life use, maybe 50 washings or 100 washings with a chemical application. Whereas the copper is a natural ingredient, it's never going to wash out and it's permanent.
That's got to be a real consumer benefit.
It is. It's a great benefit. And, just for us here in Nashville, where we were buying regular surgical masks, which are roughly 50 cents a piece, and an employee is going to go through 2 or 3 a day, we made an investment with the Cupron mask, a much more substantial investment. They're not 50 cents a piece, but they're reusable. And so they're going to last for years. As long as the employee just continues to wash them after every use every day, they're good to go.
I think that would probably be appealing to people who are concerned about sustainability too, that kind of reusability. I mean, you get the sense today that people are more concerned about those things than they ever have been.
Well, you couldn't have said it any better. That's one of our key objectives at Sinomax, is that we've moved to digital printing with Bennett packaging, and the numbers that we've created in terms of savings at Walmart alone in their packaging has been really fantastic. It's been part of their Project Megaton. And yeah, I mean, we have a brand called EcoSentials, which is all about sustainability. And it's a very good point with the Cupron technology.
Have you managed to gain any retail placements recently for the products that have these technologies in them?
We have. This pillow protector that I was just showing you at branded Homedics is virtually being placed as we speak right now and on order. We issued the purchase order to our factory in China to be able to make them, and they're off and running. We had some really great response to our Cupron infused foam. This is a 3-inch topper, and again, we've had really wonderful response in the last 5-6 weeks since we came up with the concept of partnering with them. So yeah, you're going to see it come this fall.
Well, that's good. Stores will be open. People seem to be out there shopping, and be good. They'll have some new technology to enjoy as they hit the stores.
Yeah, and I think one of the things we're finding now is that e-commerce right now for us has been really, really strong, the strongest in the history of our company, and we've got some great retail partners that are direct to consumer that have done a wonderful job in positioning themselves during this pandemic.
That actually brings up, I think, an interesting issue I'd like to explore with you. It's apparent that we're still going through a lot of retail disruption from the COVID-19 pandemic. How has Sinomax's position evolved over the last few months as you've gone through this as a company?
Yeah, it's a good question. We're a fairly large company, and we're growing, and we're a global company. And as I mentioned on my last Zoom call, we have 4 million square feet of manufacturing space in 2 locations in mainland China, another 600,000 in Vietnam, 600,000 here in Nashville, and another 200,000 in Phoenix, and growing in Phoenix. And so one of the things that we've done, I think, extremely well from a marketing standpoint and more of an informational standpoint, which actually led us to get into the hospital mattresses on our last call with you guys in April, is our social media. Our social media has been really strong. We're promoting ideas on Twitter. Facebook and LinkedIn that I think go along with what consumers are looking for right now. And we've gotten very positive results as a result of that.
Obviously, innovation is really critical to what you do. You've talked about the number of patents that that you're filing for, that you've already filed. We love news. We love to tease new things that are coming down the road. So let me ask, are there any other additional innovations that you're pursuing right now that might have positive health benefits for consumers?
We've got several. And again, I would say in about 6 weeks, we should probably have another call because I'm still waiting for our patent attorneys to come back with a final draft and make it pending.
So you could tell me, you just have to kill me.
That's exactly right.
Right. If people wanted to get more information on the things that you're doing and they wanted to kind of follow along, because it seems like you're moving at a very quick pace. And so people may want to follow that story and keep pace. Where would be a good place for them to look? Where could they go for some more information?
I would follow us on Twitter or Facebook. It's, Sinomax-USA.com has got all the feeds into there as well. I would follow us online because we're posting almost every day on those social media and our own website.
Okay. Well, we actually have a question here from a viewer. So let me pose that question. Someone has asked, how are your chemicals protected? And I guess she means, how do they protect from viruses and bacteria?
Well, the chemical itself doesn't. You can add an antimicrobial to it, like a Microban, or you can add a technology like Cupron to be able to have copper-infused foam, right? So you can see the copper, I think, fairly clearly in here. Certainly the color of the foam is reflecting a copper color. That's a great question in that we're a CertiPure company, right? And we're soon to become OCATEC certified. So those technologies kind of give the consumer the assurance that there's nothing toxic about the chemicals we're using, and the antimicrobials that we're using are proven, they're EPA registered, and they're safe.
I think sometimes, particularly when you talk about new technologies, helping the consumer understand how it works and what the benefit is, probably I think is really critical. I'm guessing that you have a lot of things that you can help your retailers with in terms of explaining that benefit proposition.
Yeah, that's a really good question too. We've partnered up. We try to develop sleep solutions that are addressing issues, not only for improved sleep, but for safer sleep. So one of the things that we developed, which if we had Market Week in March, we would have had a bigger announcement about, but we've looked at digital shelf talkers that can explain the technology and QR codes that you can go to and get a quick 1-minute overview video. You can see some of those technologies on Sinomax-USA.com and also on our Facebook pages. So, yeah, I mean, the messaging is simple. I think the consumer wants to know what they're buying is safe, and I think having call outs that are quick, easy to understand, get the message across.
If you were going to give a retailer advice about the one takeaway that the consumer, they really want to make sure the consumer takes away as it relates to Cupron, and that key takeaway from Microban, what would that key takeaway be?
I would tell you that it's antimicrobial. You don't have to worry about bacteria growing on your product, number one. You don't have to worry about the safety of your sleep being jeopardized because of memory foam that was not treated. I would tell you that Microban is a great solution because we're able to embed it in fabrics. We're able to embed it in our foam products. It's got all the EPA registrations to make you feel comfortable and safe. And then it's the same thing with Cupron. The thing that I like about Cupron on fabrics is that it's going to last forever, and it's got a great sustainability story to it. Now, I will tell you that Microban also has a great solution for sustainability in which the fabric does not have to be washed. They have a ticking that goes on mattresses that we're exploring with them now, which is basically going to be very sustainable because the application reactivates itself constantly without washing.
A lot of new things to talk about. We're going to have to hold you to coming back in a couple of weeks when you have that big news.
Yeah, 6 weeks. Talk to me again.
All right, I'm going to mark it on my calendar. John,
Thanks.
Thank you for taking the time with us today. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone listening in understands the value of what we're talking about. Some really exciting new technologies.
Thanks for your time, Bill. Good luck.
Thank you.
Stay safe.